In our ongoing series of ecology, today we shall be discussing flora and fauna found in soil. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Deepika Julania Tomar, welcomes you at Zoolophy. As we all know that soil acts as a natural habitat for variety of animals and plants. Let's see how soil acts as an habitat. Basically, animals use soil to hide out from enemies and to escape desiccation and extremes of high temperature. As we all know that clay, which is cool and poorly aerated, it contains much amount of water, but it does not give up the water so easily. So this water is not available for plants. And when we move to sand, which is dry and loose, so it is very easily to cave in, and it also consists a very little amount of water which was easily available for plants or animals. Like that, if we see rocks which cools and heat quickly, also consist of very little amount of water and no air. Animals present in soil also hides below the rocks. Then the alkaline soil. This soil is physiologically dry because the salt present in a soil holds up the water, hence this water is also not available for animals. Now, as we move to humus, we all know that it has high capacity to hold water, easily give up water, high content of organic matter, well aerated, and have a sound amount of nitrogen and other inorganic minerals. Sound amount of nitrogen and other inorganic minerals. So this forms a good habitat for both fauna and flora found in soil. Basically, the soil in which plant flourish act as a favorable habitat for animals too. Now, let's see the flora and fauna found in soil. Soil supports a wide array of flora and fauna, being as a natural habitat for them. So, the flora and fauna found in soil is broadly classified into 4 categories, which is microfauna, microflora, mesofauna and macrofauna. Microfauna includes the animal which have body size equal to 20 micrometer to 200 micrometers, and this category includes protozoans, rotifers, nematodes, small sized mites and copypods. All these are included in microfaunas, whereas microflora consists of soil fungi, actinomycetes, which is a gram-positive bacteria, cyanobacteria, blue-green bacteria, blue-green algae and algae. All these are comes under microflora, in which soil bacteria forms 90% of the total microflora, whereas algae and fungi together forms 1% and actinomycetes contribute 9% to the volume of microflora. And these two, mesofauna and macrofauna, present on the soil surface. Let's discuss microflora in detail. Now, microflora. First in this category, we're going to discuss soil bacteria. Soil bacteria are basically present in neutral soil which is rich in organic matter. Soil bacteria are categorized into two main categories, which is autotrophic bacteria and heterotrophic bacteria. In autotrophic bacteria, these bacteria derive energy from oxidation of carbon compounds and from inorganic substances like CO2 present in an atmosphere, water present in soil, hydrogen sulfide, etc. The major autotrophic bacteria which are present in soil is methane bacteria, sulfide bacteria, nitrifying bacteria, hydrogen bacteria, carbon monoxide bacteria, iron bacteria, etc. All these are the autotrophic bacteria which are present in soil, whereas heterotrophic bacteria are the bacteria which derive their energy by decomposition of organic matter which was present in a soil. These derive energy from decomposition of organic matter present in soil like carbs, proteins, fats, waxes, etc. Now, the major heterotrophic bacteria present in a soil are rhizobium, which are present in a root nodules of leguminous plant. Next is Azotobacter and Clostridium pasturinum. These two bacteria are free living bacteria in soil, and these are the bacteria which fix the nitrogen in a soil. They fixes the nitrogen in a. Now let's see the soil fungi. Now the fungi present in soil. Soil fungi are basically found in acidic soil, and they can be parasitic, saprophytic and symbiotic. Parasitic fungi cause many plant disease like cotton, root rot, and it also causes a variety of wilts, smuts and rust in plants. Whereas saprophytic bacteria are the bacteria which depends on dead and decaying matter present in soil. Depends on dead and decaying matter in soil like cellulose, carbohydrate, proteins, etc. and they convert them into simple gradient which was used by the plant, and it also adds nutrient in a soil. Now the symbiotic fungi, these are the fungi which lives with roots of plants, and in this kind of associationship both are benefited. The next category after soil fungi are actinomycetes and blue-green algae. Let's discuss them one by one. Next is actinomycetes. These are gram-positive bacteria which are present in alkaline soil, and they produce a wide variety of antibiotics which was of great economic importance for men. Produce antibiotics, and they also derive their energy from dead and decaying matter, basically the cellulose which was present in a soil. And next is cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. They basically fix the nitrogen in a soil, and main cyanobacteria or blue-green algae which are present in soil are Anabaenas, nostoc, and microcystics. Microcystic. These three also form aggregates of soil due to the presence of mucilage in them. This is all about the microflora present in soil. And now let's discuss mesofauna and macrofauna. Now the mesofauna. Soil supports a wide array of mesopaunas, in which first are microarthropods, which consist of acari. These are mites. These include mites. And next is collembola, which includes springtails. These are most abundant. And next is annelids, which are predominant in moist soil and forest. Along with microarthropods and annelids, mesofauna also consists of nematodes, rotifers, tardigrades, which are 8-legged segmented animals and present on a surface of soil. These are 8-legged segmented animals present on surface of soil. Along with this, the isopods, which are present in humid zone. After this, the largest class of arthropoda, which is arachnida, also comes under this. Arachnida, it is the largest class of arthropod, which includes mites, ticks, scorpions, spiders, in which mites are dominant and present in moist soil, and the scorpions and spiders have no ecological significance, and they hide themselves below the rocks and lose litter present in soil. And along with this, millipedes of arthropod, which comes in a class Diplopoda, also comes under mesofauna, and these millipedes are chief decomposers of soil. Millipedes are the worm-like organism which have 2 pair of legs in their each segment. All these forms and mesofauna present in soil. Now next is macrofauna present in soil. Macrofauna of the soil consists of animals which have body size greater than 1 centimeter, and this include Lumbricidae, which is an earthworm family, and it was abundant in alkaline soil and a chief decomposer of a dead and decaying organism present in soil. Next is molluscas, large insects, arachnids, and soil dwelling vertebrates. Soil dwelling vertebrates include ichthyophis, which are snake-like organisms and an amphibians. Next is breviceps, which are also amphibians, and they are commonly called as rain frogs and small headed frogs. Next is, it also consists of sphenodon, a reptile, Euromastix, again a reptile which is spine tail lizards. Soil dwelling vertebrates also includes limbless lizards, snakes, and rodents, which are mammals. These are the soil dwelling vertebrates which are present as an macrofauna in a soil, which includes ichthyophis, amphibian, which are snake-like organisms. Next is Barbiceps, also an amphibian, which are commonly called as rain frogs or small-headed frogs. Next is Sphinodon, Uromastyx, are spine-tailed lizards, snakes, reptile, and rodents, which are mammals like rats, etc. Now let's discuss the adaptations which are adapted by these soil dwelling organisms. Now the adaptation of soil animal, they are basically fossorial animals which dig soil for the search of food and to hide out. Zoologically, fossorial animals are primitive, defenseless, and unambitious animals. Here, the first adaptation is to their body contour. They consist of either cylindrical body, like that in ichthyophis, snakes, earthworm, and also a spindle shaped body or fusiform. It is also called as fusiform, like that in Echidna, which is the only living egg-laying mammal. In order to offer a least resistance in subterranean passage, next adaptation for fossorial animal is their head form a sort of a snout, burrowing, and along with that they have either a very short tail or a vestigial tail. Their eyes are also tend to be vestigial because they have no function in a dark habitat. Vestigial eyes because no use in dark habitat. Along with this, their ears also tend to disappear. Ears disappear because they obstruct the burrowing and their movement within the soil, and they also have some special modified structures, like fossorial animals have well developed hands in order to burrow the soil. And next, the insect Gryotelpha. In Gryotelpha, their 4 legs are modified for burrowing. Along with fossorial animals, soil also contains cursorial animals, which are running animals, which include ostrich, ungulates. These are large mammals with hooves like that of camel, cow, buffalo, hippopotamus, etc. Cats. These are cursorial animals, and along with cursorial animals, they also have saltatory animals, which are jumping animals, which include rodents, rabbits, and kangaroos. Along with this, soil also have graviportal animals, which are heavy animals. These include armadillos. These are New World placental animals, elephants, and hippopotami. All these types of animal, cursorial, saltatory and gravitational portal animals, have different adaptation according to the soil types. All three have adaptations according to type of soil. Like if soil is firm and hard, in this kind of a soil they have small hooves and paws, and if the soil is moist and spongy, then they have large hooves and paws. And this is all for this lecture. Thank you for watching and keep supporting us by liking and sharing our videos, and also subscribe to Zoolophyte. And don't forget to press the bell icon to receive the latest update on our videos. Thank you.